Fran, hi, Russ Swanson. I'm the Executive Director of Main Street Vineland, and it's such a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, hi, Russ.
We are so thrilled to be able to learn more about what Pascal Sykes is doing and your Heartland project. It's just really what we believe is so important in Cumberland County and in Vineland specifically where I work.
Yeah. Well, there's so many hidden treasures in this area. There's so many hidden treasures in Vineland and the greater Vineland area. People should just know about them.
I agree, and one of the things we're learning is that young people are so interested in getting involved. We started with an idea of creating a millennial advisory board in our organization. We wanted 12 people to get involved and give us some insight, some input. What do the young people want today? And that group of 12 overnight became a group of 31 people.
Oh, my goodness.
So the enthusiasm's great, and we're looking at ways we can create better paying jobs, better opportunities, and better housing, better education. What can we do to improve the area, improve the standards, give people better reasons to stay in Vineland, stay in Cumberland County, and not leave because jobs are more plentiful elsewhere.
That's, I do think that this area has many, many people, many young people who would love to stay here and who perhaps could start their own businesses in a number of fields. There are resources not only in Vineland but in the greater Vineland area that they could use. And also, as you pointed out earlier, to work from home.
Absolutely.
Or home, not being maybe where they live, but to work from the local area.
Yeah, no doubt. And you know, between the new County Tech Center that's being built at the college, the new maker space in Bridgeton, and in Vineland, we're looking to do the same thing. We're looking to create incubator opportunities, areas of co-working spaces, hacker spaces, places where people can come together, start businesses with low startup, and then take off and excel and go out and create new jobs.
Yeah. It's just an interesting time. Just so much opportunity in this area.
It sure is. Well, we are really excited to be working with you and to sharing ideas and just trying to do everything we can to make this a better community to live and work and play in.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Kathy Maroney.
Okay.
And Joe Maroney.
Okay. And where are you guys from?
We're from Millville.
Okay. How long have you lived in this area?
Forever. All my life, yes.
What do you like about the Heartland?
What do we like? The change in the seasons, the weather. It's pretty quiet most of the time where we live.
Okay.
And I don't like the hustle and bustle of the city.
What about you?
I like the quietness also. I like where I can go out and be in the woods and fields and not have to worry about what my neighbors are doing.
Good luck.
I think because of the atmosphere around here, and again, there's not, we don't like the city, so, you know, the kids can go out and play. We have 5 acres. They can play in the woods. They could go out and take our dogs. We can go swimming. We're close to the shore, and we're also close if we want to go into Philadelphia.
Yeah, I kind of like what she was saying also, but we like the atmosphere around here and not the hustle and bustle. If we want to be quiet, it's quiet.
If there's a message you could send people that want to check out this area, what would something that you could recommend?
Oh, I think it has something to offer for everybody. You're right, kind of smack in the middle of between Atlantic City, the shore, the beach, Philadelphia, New York, Washington. You can go swimming, you can do kayaking, you can hunt if you want to. We have dogs, we let them run, we can take them all over.
And we're cooler by a mile.
Awesome. If you could just look toward the camera, I'm going to be asking you some questions. How are you enjoying the Festival of Fine Craft today?
It's a big selection of stuff.
Is this your first time here?
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
I am 27.
And you are?
29.
And how old's your little girl?
She's 15 months.
Mom, what's her name?
Nora.
Nora.
Yeah.
And where do you live?
We live in West Deptford, New Jersey.
So you're in New Jersey's Heartland. How long have you lived in West Deptford?
About 5 years.
Awesome. Are you enjoying, is this your first time to the Wheaton Arts Festival of Fine Crafts?
Yes.
And how are you enjoying it on this rainy day?
The weather could be better, but we just got here about 20 minutes ago. So
awesome. Well,
making
welcome.
our way through.
And welcome to New Jersey's Heartland. What do you like about living in New Jersey's Heartland?
Well, I grew up in the city, so it's nice to be in New Jersey and see all of the fresher produce and everything that's available closer to us, and just the space, and it's different environment.
What's your favorite thing to do as a young couple?
We like to get outdoors as much as we can, take the baby out to see new things and experience nature and stuff.
Awesome. Where do you like to play or work? Where do you work? Do you work in the Heartland?
I work in Mount Laurel for a doctor's office.
And where do you work?
Northeast Philly.
Okay, so you work outside the area, but you
Yeah.
live here.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And what do you do for entertainment in the Heartland in New Jersey?
Stuff like this.
So I'm going to
Not
have
too
you
much.
hold the microphone, so I'm going to just step out of the camera. How's that? All right. Why is New Jersey Heartland a great place to raise kids? And if you would just look in the camera and just introduce yourself. This is my husband. Say your name. Introduce your baby, and just say why New Jersey is a great place to raise kids.
I don't know what to
Yeah.
say.
Think about it for a minute, or do you want to speak?
You speak, you're better.
Uh,
You have a prettier smile.
Introduce your wife and your daughter.
this is my wife Jan. This is my daughter Nora, and I'm John. What's the question again? I'm not that good at this.
Okay, so you live in the Heartland in New Jersey. So let's start over. Say, hi, I am so-and-so, and this is my wife. So give your first and last name, give your wife's first name and your baby's name. We live in West Deptford, and we are happy to be a part of New Jersey's Heartland and to raise Nora. And why you decided to live in West Deptford. I think you answered it, like the produce, but something around why do you want to raise a child in West Deptford, not in the city? So maybe you want to take that angle?
Maybe. What do you think?
Yeah,
More
just introduce
opportunities.
yourself. There you go. Well, plus it's just a nice place to raise a child, I think. Personally.
Alright, go ahead.
All right.
I'm not talking.
All right,
come
yeah,
on.
you do it.
I'm not a people person. I don't know what I'm
All right,
signing
yeah,
up
do
for.
it. She's doing it.
Okay.
Say hi, go ahead.
Hold on, I need a minute. I'm so nervous. Okay.
We're not live.
I know. Thank God. Okay. What do I have to say?
Introduce, say with you. Hi, I'm blah blah blah. This is my husband, so and so, my daughter Nora.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jen Barger. This is my husband Jonathan, and this is our daughter Nora. We live in West Deptford, New Jersey, and we are in New Jersey's Heartland. We like to live in New Jersey because of the opportunities for her to experience more stuff, as opposed to living in the city. More open space, more playgrounds, a friendlier environment, and fresh air.
Woo! Great.
And I was raised in South Jersey, and I don't ever remember hearing anybody tell me how important the glass industry was to South Jersey. And of course that was because we have sand, the right kind of sand. We had a lot of forest and things like that. But yeah, Wheaton's Arts is much more than just a place to go be entertained, although there's a lot of that to see here as well.
Why is it important to carry on the tradition here and share this with people? What makes this so special?
Well, now that I'm becoming part of history myself, I'm starting to read a whole lot more about the history in South Jersey. For probably 150 years, it was one of the largest employment centers, starting in Alloway. There was 103, I believe, working glass factories at one time from Trenton down to where I live down by Cape May. There was 2 little glass factories down there. And it primarily produced and made window pane glass and bottles, which the earliest settlers needed to move on. You know, when they were getting ready to go west, they had to have their window panes with them because there was no place to get them out there. So in the early days of America growing and developing, like Caspar Wister had his first successful glass factory. It started in 1739. And then it started growing and moving on since then. So yeah, it played a very, very big part of not just growth in New Jersey, but up and down the entire coast, because they produced all the window glass for New York City, for Boston, for Baltimore. So this was also a good central location for that, but mainly it had the right materials to make glass. You just can't use any kind of sand to do that with, you know what I mean? So the more I read back, the more intrigued I'm about the whole placement of the history for glass in South Jersey.
How has South Jersey changed, and how is it? What would you say to people that don't necessarily think of South Jersey as a destination?
They don't know what they're missing, is what I'd say. Not just us, but there's lots of really nice, sweet areas all around this area. You got the Bayshore Project, a lot of historical related things that I found also tied into the glass industry, because they used to heat and powder up the oyster shells, and they used that as lime in making glass. And when they did that, they made a softer glass, which then was easier for the glassman to manipulate. The early glass was very crude formula. It was just sand and potash, which is wood ash, which we had plenty of because they were melting the glass with wood. But that was a very, very much stiffer. And then they found out if they add soda ash or if they add the lime to it, they could melt it lower and they could work it longer. And then that's when more decorative work started coming out. The early days, all the glass came out, it went into the mold, and they were done, kind of. So they didn't need all this reheating back and forth that you see us doing. See, it was purely functional where it was needed by the early Americans. Because they used the bottles to store their liquids, store their seeds, so that as they were traveling out to the Midwest and the West, they were actually able to store them and carry things with them. But prior to that, glass containers, maybe you had wood or low fire pottery, things like that, so.
Besides glass blowing, is there something in South Jersey that draws you here?
I've lived in South Jersey my whole life. I moved to Philadelphia when I was 8, and I just keep moving further south, so now I'm down in Cape May County. But I like the forest, I like the fish, I like all the outdoor activities that are here for us, and most of it's free. We're not too far from the Pine Barrens here. You can go out there and walk for days and never see anybody. And that strip runs from south of here all the way almost up to New York City. There's a band, yeah. And if you ride back in the middle there, you'll see why a lot of people. And it's just sand and forest, So that's that.
How are you enjoying the Festival of Fine Wine Craft?
It's very exciting. I love all the glass pumpkins.
What do you think? What do you like the most about New Jersey's Heartland?
It's a good question. I think Wheaton Village is an awesome place to come visit. Growing up in Millville, I came here all the time to learn about the glass products here. And the farmland is awesome. All the vegetables that you can eat.
What's your favorite thing to do in New Jersey's Heartland?
Probably come here, Wheaton Village.
Why is New Jersey's Heartland a great place to live?
There are a lot of smaller towns than a lot of places, and everybody's so nice in the smaller communities.
And why do you think it's a great place to raise a family and have kids here?
Everyone's down to earth here, and they learn, about how to glass and everything that around this area, the glass and the farming. So I think it's a good education for the kids to grow up here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I might ask you a couple more if I could.
Okay, sure.
You step back right here. Okay.
He gets deeper into it.
Are they going to be hard? I can think about it?
The video's about promoting.
Can you edit it out?
Promoting this area. So, for an outsider that doesn't know South Jersey, what would you tell them to do in South Jersey? What do you enjoy doing around?
You definitely have to visit Wheaton Village. If you can get a chance to come in July to the Cumberland County Fair. Over in Deerfield, they also have different types of blueberry festivals and stuff like that. And then, of course, there's always the beach. You can always go down there. But if you stay around Millville, definitely come here to Wheaton Village.
What makes South Jersey different and special versus the big city?
Well, the big cities are always crowded. Now, certain times of the day it's crowded in Millville, but it's just so, I don't know, a lot of peaceful areas. I like, you don't, and everybody seems so nice. Nobody's pushing and shoving you, to get where they need to go.
Growing up around here, is there anything that you did as a hobby that would be exclusive to South Jersey, other than, of course, Wheaton?
Other than Wheaton Village, we always went to flea markets. Flea markets are fun. No, we did. Oh, this is what we did. We came to Wheaton Village, all the time. We always went to Cowtown too. That's another good place. I love Cowtown and the rodeo there.
And what's your name again?
Cindy
Cindy, last name?
Davis.
How are you enjoying the Festival of Fine Craft?
I'm enjoying it very much. I come to this every year.
What do you like the most about New Jersey's Heartland?
All the farms. It's really great to get good produce here.
And what's your favorite thing to do in New Jersey's Heartland?
Just take long drives, really. There's so much to see and there's a lot to do that you don't really know about. Just discover new things.
And why do you think it's a great place to live in New Jersey's Heartland?
Everybody's really friendly and it's very clean down here. It may not seem clean, but it's very clean, all the farms, and there's just a lot to do.
And do you think it's a great place to like raise a family and have kids?
Absolutely. I was raised my entire life in South Jersey in Gloucester County, and I wouldn't give that up for anything. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask what your guys' names. What's your name?
Audrey.
Angelina. Christina.
Joe.
Mike?
How are you enjoying the Festival of Fine Craft?
It's really fun, and there's lots of things to do.
What do you like most about New Jersey's Heartland?
The open space, the beautiful landscape. It's just a great place to live.
There's a lot of things to do. You can go to a farm and go on a hayride or go to the mall. There's a lot of shopping centers and there's just a lot of land and stuff and things to do for families.
What's your favorite thing to do in New Jersey's Heartland?
Get face paint.
And why do you think it's a great place to live?
Because it's fun.
And the people are really nice all around. You can meet so many different people. It's great.
And it's very close to Philadelphia and the shore.
And do you think it's a great place to raise a family and kids?
Yeah, it's pretty nice because there's all the activities you can do, and it's pretty safe. And it's a lot of good schools.
What's so special about this place?
Well, there's, like we said, there's a lot of things to do, and we were born and raised here, and it's where I want to raise my family. And she loves the schools. There's so much to do. We can go to the mall, and we can just go across the bridge and go into the city. We're close by to the shore, and so it's just everything is so close together. It's within an hour, and it's great because everything's so it doesn't take long to get anywhere.
You grew up here?
What's that?
You grew up here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some of the fun things you've done growing up here in South Jersey?
Oh man. I just really remember going to the beach every summer. Every weekend with my family, we'd go to Ocean City, Wildwood. We'd go to Six Flags. I don't know.
A lot of farms.
Yeah, a lot of farms.
Going fruit picking, apple picking, cherry picking.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun to do.
And I like apple picking.
Yeah, I guess for people that don't know South Jersey, what does it have to offer that other places don't necessarily have?
It's very diverse in the things you can do. You can hang out at the mall or hang out at the farm. It's whatever you like to do. It's for anybody, for any interest. You can go horseback riding, canoeing, hiking, go to the shore, the city. It's for everyone.
Yeah, same opinion. Especially going to the mall. I live within a half mile of the mall, so I'm there almost every day.
All right, I think that's great.